The story of the last oil lamp. Long ago, on a calm and sacred night, the monastery where the Buddha was staying was filled with light. Thousands of oil lamps were prepared as offerings to the Buddha and the Sangha. The full moon shone above, and its silver glow blended with the warm flicker of countless flames. The entire atmosphere became radiant and serene, as if the world itself had turned into a sea of light. People from near and far, royal families, nobles, and common villagers, came together. Each carried gifts and bright lamps, hoping that the light they offered would clear away ignorance and bring peace to their hearts. Amid this joyful crowd was a poor woman. She owned nothing but her simple clothes and the strength of her hands. She lived each day by gathering firewood and doing small tasks to survive. Rarely did she have anything left beyond her daily meals. Yet within her heart, she held deep respect and love for the Buddha. When she heard that on the full moon night the faithful would light lamps in offering, her heart longed to join. Though her poverty left her unsure how, still, she did not give up. With quiet determination, she searched her belongings and gathered the few coins she had. They were barely enough to buy a little oil. Out of kindness, the shopkeeper gave her a small bowl and a simple wick. With this, she made a tiny lamp. Compared to the grand lamps of kings and wealthy donors, hers was almost invisible. No one noticed it among the countless shining flames. But for her, this small lamp held her entire heart, her faith, and her pure devotion to the Buddha. When night descended, the monastery became a sea of light. Thousands of lamps glowed brightly together, like stars fallen to earth. People walked among them, marveling at the sight. They whispered to one another that these flames were symbols of wisdom, cutting through the darkness of ignorance. Some lamps were tall and elegant, filled with fragrant oil, burning with a steady, strong flame. In a quiet corner, the poor woman's lamp also glowed, small, gentle, and humble, yet steady. As the night grew deeper, the winds began to stir. One by one, the grand lamps began to flicker and go out. Flames that had burned so brightly only moments before fell into silence. By midnight, most of the lamps had faded into darkness. But strangely, in the midst of that growing night, one flame still remained. It was the tiny lamp of the poor woman, burning bravely, as if untouched by the wind. The monks were astonished. They looked at each other and said, "How can this be? The great lamps, filled with the finest oils, have all gone out. Yet this small, fragile lamp still shines." Some monks, curious, tried to blow on the flame to see if it would go out. But no matter how they blew, the flame stood firm. Others tried to cover it, to smother it, but the light continued to glow. Nothing they did could put out the little flame. News of this strange event reached the Buddha. He came to see the lamp. Looking at the flame, small yet unshakable, soft yet enduring, he smiled with compassion. Then he said, "Monks, do you know why this lamp does not die? It is because it was lit with pure faith and the sincere heart of a poor woman. She did not offer it for her own gain. She did not seek praise or reward. Her only wish was that wisdom's light would shine in all directions. This is why her lamp burns beyond the night. It is a lamp of truth." The gathering was deeply moved. They realized that true merit does not depend on wealth or the size of the offering. What matters is the heart behind it. A wealthy man may light 100 lamps, but if his mind still clings to pride and self-interest, the merit is small. A poor woman may light only one lamp, but if her heart is pure, selfless, and full of faith, the merit is boundless. Her little flame had become brighter than all the rest, because it was born from sincerity. The Buddha continued, "This lamp will not burn for only one night. The merit from such a pure intention will shine across lifetimes. It will guide the giver closer and closer to liberation." Remember, in the Dharma, worth is not measured by wealth, by appearance, or by power. It is measured by the truth of the heart, by compassion, and by wisdom. At these words, everyone bowed deeply, their hearts filled with reverence and new understanding. From that time forward, the story of the last oil lamp spread far and wide. The rich learned to give with sincerity, not with vanity. The poor no longer felt ashamed, for they knew that even a wild flower, a simple bowl of water, or a single small lamp offered with love could create immeasurable merit. And to this day, whenever lamps are lit in offering to the Buddha, people remember that one everlasting flame, the tiny lamp of the poor woman. It was the last to remain, and yet the brightest of all, because it was lit not with oil alone, but with faith, compassion, and wisdom.